Hey Buddyfighter, so I quickly just wanted to say that there's a promo campaign going on where you get every single starter deck. You get this promo pack right here, which comes with Garga, Agito, and Cross, corresponding to every starter deck, so you can get basically an upgrade promo. And also there's a chance, which for some reason isn't mentioned on the box, that you can get a triple rare foil of a character on a flag, kind of like a hidden secret card within the set. So we'll see if we get that, and of course check out every single deck or every single video if you want to see the promo cards for each and every one. So yeah, it's really cool that they're doing this, and the promos look absolutely amazing, so let's get straight into the opening. So let's have a look at the promo card, Rising Thundercry Agito, before we have a look at the start deck. So it's a 5/2/1 size 1 monster, 1 gauge to call, and of course the D-Share, which is a kind of new special ability of the Linkdragon order. D-Share. If you have all cards in your D-Share on your field, get the following D. So when this card attacks, destroy a monster in your opponent's field. So you have your item in 3 size 1s, you're getting that 4 destruction of monsters in your opponent's field, or destroying your monsters in your opponent's field 4 times. So really nice card. Definitely have it sideboarder in your main deck just because you get to wipe your opponent's field. Anyways, let's have a look at the deck. We've got Masato on the front, Agito looking absolutely amazing with his foiling. We have got some other decks, and of course the entire contents, support, description of the game, the obvious barcode, and of course the support on the bottom and everything. So let's just open this up. Maybe this time I can redeem myself by somehow getting a foil flag, because spoiler alert, I didn't get any in the other ones. Anyways, let's have a look. So we've got the amazing life point counter right there. We have got this right here, which is your pamphlet, introduction to the game, a little comic book, and of course we've got the playmat and everything right here, so let's have a quick look at that. Okay, so here is the Buddyfight Ace playmat right here. Of course, you've got your buddy. You're going to put down your flag in the specific place, and it's basically your entire field. You've got your life point counter, and of course your deck as well, which is going to be going to that spot. So it's really nice to have that playmat. It's really nice for those who begin, and in case you haven't caught it, it is the Ivo Academy kind of design that they've always had for Buddyfight starter decks. On the back, we've got generalization on tips and mechanisms and little gimmicks of the deck. So, for example, G-Evolution, Galaxy F, D-Share, full exclamations, and different combos and how to utilize each card properly, and tips for beginning the game, for example, the charge and draw, and equipping items and such and such. We've also got a comic of Yuga versus Ranma, how to play the game, different stuff and promotional material, and of course, we also have a full generalization on how to play the game, and also explanation of counters, having more than one counter per battles, because that's a situation, or not a situation, but a rule changing they had. So yeah, it's really nice to see all of that and a full explanation of everything, and especially the full playmat as well to go along with it. Okay, so there's your quick look at the playmat and the comic, but anyways, let's just pull this out, and maybe this time we might be able to get the foiled flag. Yes, finally! That is awesome to see. We did it, finally. I got every single starter deck, but this is only one we got the foiled flag, and I gotta say, Bushiroad did step it up. I'm pretty happy with this. Wow. I mean, the foiling was exactly the same for the other main buddies, but yeah, I mean, you gotta say, that flag does look great. And of course, we got Misato's Linked Spiral is the Chain of Bonds, Luminized Spiral Linkdragon Order. I believe that's from the anime as well. So you got the anime code right there. So yeah, that's really cool to see. Awesome. Definitely going to be sleeving that up later. Anyways, let's have a look at the deck itself. We got the head of Linkdragon Order Agito, and my gosh, that foiling. It's kind of impossible to read. So 5/2/1, of course you have 4 copies like all the other main buddies of the starter deck. Size 1, 1 gauge, D-Share, all cards of D-Share, and if you get the following D. When this card attacks for this turn, it gets Penetrate, and Penetrate when it attacks and destroys a monster in your opponent's center, it deals damage to your opponent equal to its critical. So you got 4 copies of that right there. You probably want to make the foiled one your buddy, but hey, that's completely up to you. Again, D-Share being the new ability where you can share abilities of monsters, and this being really powerful between some of the new starter decks and a lot of combo stuff, and people have been messing around with it in Japan. But yeah, definitely one of the funner decks, or one of the more, how do I say this, unique ones coming out of Ace. Okay, we've got Resonance of Bonds, King Agito. So 7/2/7, size 3, so solid stats right there. Call cost put up to a total of 3 Linkdragon orders from your field, and drop zone into this card's soul and pay 1 gauge, so getting up to 3 souls, so that means you have to destroy him 4 times just to get him off the field. And Spiral D-Share, the card gets all D of D-Share in the soul with Soul Guard and D-Share, so meaning it's gaining abilities of D-Share right there from different monsters. So if you collect a lot from Guardian to Awakened and from the starter deck, you can stack quite the amount of abilities and have some fun with this deck. So 3 copies right there, really nice to see that. 4 copies of Vanguard Kazume. I'm pretty sure you guys know where that's from. Anyways, 5/2/1, size 1, D-Share, advice, cards with D-Share on your field get D abilities on your field. Let's put cards with D on the field. So basically it's telling you that even though it doesn't have a D to give out, it's still gaining the D of other cards in D-Share on its field. So just to give an example, because that wording might have been confusing. 4 copies right there, by the way. So for example, he's got D share. Certainly this guy does not have a D ability, but Agito is still sharing his D share D, which is all cards in the field gain penetrate. So Kazuma here is also going to be getting penetrate if they're both on the field. So basically, it sounds confusing at first, but it's fairly simple. Basically, all cards in your field are getting the D ability, basically. So 2 copies of First Aid Manako right here. So size 1, it's got, let me hold this quickly, 3/2/2, size 1. So when this card enters the field, choose a size 1 or less in your Javelin, pay 1 gauge. You do put the chosen card into your hand, and it's got D share as well. So again, you can grab your size 1s, either be Agito, and also there's also the gauge and draw from the size 0 secret, and yeah, just a really nice tech card to grab stuff. So we've got right here, Runner Nakayubi, if I can say that. So 3/2/2, size 1. This card enters the field, gauge 2, and it also has D share as well. Again, it doesn't have its own D share D. Oh my gosh, tongue twisters right here. It doesn't have its own D, so it's not going to be giving out its own ability. But I mean, hey, gauge 2, and it can also share abilities with other cards in your field as well. So yeah, 4 copies of that. That's basically be covering your gauge. You got 4 copies of Tempest Shokushi right here. So 2/2/1, D share. All cards with D share in your field get the following D, and D during return, this card gets power plus 2000. So basically getting a 2k power buff to all cards in your field, which is really, really nice and helpful. Especially when you can stack that, so you can definitely hit walls. And so yeah, 4 copies of Imperial Envoy Karubushi, my mistake. Okay, so 2/2/1, I'm just trying real hard to get these names right. Size 0 monster, and it's also got D share as well. So again, it's got some little advice in the text, which is really nice for starters. So advice: cards with D share get D abilities on your field. Experiment with various combinations of D. So again, combining abilities, going with some fun stuff. So 4 copies of that. Let's have a look at this card now. Trying it out on Buddyfight, I just find this card hilarious because it's the only really counter destruction card within the starter deck. So you can really outplay your opponent. For example, they're calling Garga and they attack. Just boom, counterplay this, say goodbye to Garga. Your opponent doesn't really have any cards to respond with if they have the pure Draw DD starter deck. But anyways, you only cast this card if you have 2 or more Linkdragon order on your field. Counter destroy size 2 or less on your opponent's field. So it's a great counter destruction spell. I wouldn't really recommend it if you're really playing competitive. But I mean, it can be really useful in some situations, especially against the pure starter decks. And again, because this counter, you can play it during your opponent's turn and in response to certain plays and attacks. So 3 copies of that. We've got 4 copies of Linkdragon Order's Repose. So it's a spell. So you gauge 2 and gain a life for each size 1 or less monster on your field. So essentially, gauge 2, gain 3 life. Really nice, especially because you're stacking a lot of life with D share. But I mean, hey, it's just a solid card because you're getting that gauge in life. And if you enjoy it, then throw it in. Okay, so we got 2 copies of Vaughn Shield. Vaughn Shield is great because it's basically a nullify, so you only cast this card to attack opponent's turn. You have a Linkdragon Aura in your field, nullify the attack, and put up to 1 size 1 or less monster from your drops into your hand. So let's say during this turn, your Agito on the left or right or whatever was destroyed. Well, hey, nullify the attack, and he goes from your drop zone right back into your hand, and you can use him for your next turn. So really nice card right there. We have got 3 copies. We got some reprints of Dragon Emperor Legend and Divine Dragon Creation. So 3 copies of Dragon Emperor Legend, just one of the really great cards since the beginning of Buddyfight. Just a free gauge, gain a life, and draw a card. You only cast it once per turn. Just a really solid card, so you get 3 copies. And of course, 3 copies Divine Dragon Creation with, I believe that's Lattice, as well. So 2 life, draw 2. So I mean, you're already getting a good amount of draw power in the deck from the original Ancient World cards. So really nice to see that. And of course, the reprints with the Masato art and the Linkdragon Order is pretty adorable too. So we've got 4 copies of Throw Spear Draco Javelin. So 5/1 item, 1 gauge to equip. This card can attack if you have a Linkdragon Order on your center. So D share cards with D share on your field get the following D. D, when this card attacks, destroy a size 2 or less on your opponent's field. So let's say you've got, let me bring out an example. Draco Javelin, its ability, so D, it's giving out when this card attacks, destroys size 2 or less monster in your opponent's field. So you're instantly going to be getting free destruction on size 2 or less whenever a card in your field attacks, and you're also getting penetrate to your entire field as well. So kind of want to show that example, sorry for the shaky camera, but just wanted to point that out, just so people understand how D share is working and sharing different abilities. So again, penetrate, you do have to successfully destroy the monster, and its ability of Draco Javelin is on attack. So if you do destroy the monster before you can successfully destroy it by attack, then you won't deal that penetrate damage. So if I'm showing an example right here, let's say my opponent has a Agito on the center, and I attack, even though I've got penetrate, on my attack I'm automatically destroying it because it's auto effect. So I'm not destroying it by battle and therefore not getting that penetrate damage through. just as an example. If you don't understand that, leave some questions, I'll be sure to answer them. So we also got an item right here, so 2/2. This card attack, you have a Linkdragon order on your center. I almost said Linkdragon. D-Share, advice, it gets D abilities of cards in your field, so this card can get Penetrate and whatever D abilities are out there as well. So, now on to the impact. 4 copies of probably one of my favorite impact arts from Ace so far. Triple Trio Attack. You only cast this card if your opponent's life is 3 or less. You have 3 or more cards with D-Share on your field, so that can be your item, your size 3, your size 0, whatever. 3 gauge, deal 3 damage to your opponent, and of course you got Masato, and 3, sorry, yep, is that 3? Yeah, 2, geez, I just can't count. Basically, triple trio because you've got your item that is D-Share, which is actually, I believe, a common within Gargantua Awaken. But hey, you know, I can't count. But still great card because you can 3 gauge, deal 3 damage. Obviously, Thunder Live Tornado is just a lot better. But I mean, hey, it's still a really nice card in your start deck, and 3 gauge, you just really want that finisher. So it's great to see every single start deck get that promo, and I'm absolutely really happy that I finally got one. Even though I didn't get one for Subaru or Masato, sorry, not Subaru or Yuga that I was hoping, I still got the Masato one. I gotta say, it looks great. So thank you guys so much for watching. Did you guys get the triple rare flag as well for this set? Did you get it for a different one? Were you lucky enough to get that? And did you get the promos as well? Did you buy them with your friends? Or wait, don't be in a rush to buy these start decks. You might want to wait as well. So yeah, definitely one of the great decks I'd recommend if you want to get into Buddyfight or are new to it or just want to start it with some friends. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This video went a little bit longer, and sorry for the spicy editing here and there, and have a great day.